Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Last of Us Part 2. Getting right into this with Ellie and Dina. Nothing too stressful at the moment. Just strolling into the city like nobody's business. You know.
So, where are we?
Oh, looks like my Cold War download
here.
just finished.
Ah, nice. I'll mark it up as we go. What the hell happened out here? I'm guessing the military bombed the shit out of this place.
Why would they do that?
They would sometimes destroy parts of the city that were lost to the infected. Or to rebels.
That seems like overkill.
Well, it usually worked.
On the infected or the rebels?
Both.
Shit.
Believe me. You're lucky you didn't grow up in a QZ.
I'm starting to get that impression.
What would have happened if I'd stayed? I'd probably just become one more asshole soldier.
No way. I can't see you taking orders from anybody.
Yeah, good point.
I gotta say, I was expecting the Seattle QZ to be a lot more occupied.
Yeah, maybe they're all hiding at the Saravina.
Ration distribution center.
In Boston, we'd line up for blocks. And the food sucked.
I go crazy.
Some people did.
Yeah, it's funny whenever you think about it, like how
Check out those stained glass windows. I don't see many of those.
Fuel distribution. Here we go.
Fedra secured the shit out of this place.
Boston always had food shortages. Hungry people get desperate.
Yeah, it's funny, I was gonna say like how we take food for granted, but how easily we could lose our minds if we never had a way to know where the next meal was coming from. I don't know, I was just thinking about that.
Spring and Fifth.
Oh, this is really useful. Throw this at any infected and it stuns them for a few seconds, long enough for you to get in close and deal some damage. It doesn't even have to be infected, it could just be like, just like a regular soldier. I actually like the 6-shooter more than I do the regular 9mm. Mostly because like if you nail a headshot, you're really rewarded. Like it really knocks them back, regardless of who you're shooting at. And it could just kill them in one shot. With the 9mm, it kind of stuns them most of the time. With any body shot, but it's mostly the 6-shooter is actually really good for the clickers. It can kill them in one shot to the head.
Can you get through?
Alright, I got you.
Ooh, that Ghost of Tsushima is done.
Stay low.
like how they're kind of forcing you into his field of view. So they're really trying to press home the long grass. I didn't take too stealthily, but it would have been better off that way, stealthy. It's just quicker if you just shoot him dead.
I think we dropped all of them.
Yeah, looks that way.
Long rifle's really good if you just want to like end the engagement very quickly with a couple headshots. You can take down 2 guys. This part was a little trickier because you can't really engage them directly. You probably get killed by the clicker while you're busy fighting one of the runners. So I just took it like very slow. I just wanted to get around them peacefully. The clickers though, it looks like in this area they were a little comatose, so I didn't worry too much about them. I was just worried about the runners. I didn't want to get in their field of view. It's a good thing nobody was cutting the grass. Oh, this, you actually notice that the pathing that they use is mostly like a semicircle. So if you get rid of one of them, you don't have to worry about the semicircle anymore. See, like his part of the semicircle is only over there. He's not gonna come waltzing on over here now. That's how I approached it. And like I said, since the clickers are comatose, you don't really have to engage them at all, or even preoccupy yourself with them at all, so kind of smart thinking. Now we're in the synagogue, and it's pretty much all clear from here. This is just all exploration at this point.
Hey, Ellie. This place is a synagogue.
How can you tell?
One, there are menorah decorations on the wall. It's a Jewish thing. And 2, I didn't burst into flames just now, so...
Burst into flames?
It's just a dumb joke.
Oh, unlike your other ones?
You shut it. This place brings back a lot of memories. My sister used to drag me to a synagogue all the time.
You never struck me as much of a believer.
Nah. I like coming from a long line of survivors.
You mean after Outbreak Day?
That, and the Inquisition, and the Holocaust. My family always made it out alive. Barely.
I actually didn't know that Dina was Jewish. She didn't give any signs.
Found the gas. Here we go. God damn it.
Hey, language. House of worship.
It's empty.
That sucks.
Dina's so
Now
funny.
We'll try our luck at the courthouse garage. Let's get out of here.
She really capitalized on that moment. Oh, it's a synagogue. Come on. I was first playing this part, I actually didn't get the hint. First time around, I was just looking
Do you
around.
still pray?
Sometimes.
Really? When?
I said one when we left Jackson. I said one at Joel's grave. Sometimes I just say little ones to myself.
Does it help?
I think it calms me. Helps me put things in perspective. It's a way to deal with grief. A way to show respect. It's what I know.
I kind of agree with Dina when she says that, because it's a good way to like summarize your day and appreciate what good came from it and what bad came from it, and I guess learn from it. Puts you in the moment. So like I said, I didn't get the hint the first time around. You basically have to take that cargo that's on the runner there, and then just like put it so that you can climb on the top of the second floor. I actually just thought like, oh, like just go back out the way I came, but no, they don't want you to do that.
This way.
Right behind you.
What's this?
Oh, this is the Torah.
The what?
It's scripture. It's like a
Jewish Bible.
like a Jewish Bible.
Yeah.
My sister would have flipped for this. The one we used in New Mexico was half burned. All right. Well, at least they didn't just chuck everything.
I like how that cabinet wasn't even locked. It's just like anybody could came in there and took it. I guess like in this world, like post-outbreak day, like you gotta think that religion's not as important as it once was.
Hey, what are you doing?
Bet I can get to the other balcony with this.
Okay. Ellie, careful.
Good thing they
It's
just
okay.
left that rope there
It's
hanging
holding.
out.
Nothing to it. Come on, Dina.
Right.
There's gonna be a lot of action in this episode, guys. I hope you guys are excited. I'll get to talk to you about
57,
my tactics.
74. Are we in the future?
No, doofus, that's a Hebrew calendar. For the new year, my sister used to give me an apple dipped in honey. Ugh, now I'm craving it.
Oof, that does sound pretty good.
Jewish holidays are all about food. And celebrating not getting annihilated by our enemies.
A long line of survivors.
Exactly.
Wonder if she meant that sarcastically. I mean, how many enemies could they have? I don't know. I remember reading that and I thought it was kind of sad. They were hoping for a brighter future, but they really had no idea what was going to happen. after the outbreak.
I hope you got where you were going. Okay, cross the dome off the list.
Let's go find the courthouse. It might be worth grabbing some supplies before we press on. It's peaceful out here, at least.
It's weird being in a QZ and not hearing trucks. Or gunfire and explosions.
My sister always avoided QZs. That's probably why. She just got more and more paranoid. She'd sometimes wake up screaming in the middle of the night.
That's rough.
We always had a bag packed so we could bail if something happened. Never stayed in one place for more than a few weeks. It sucked.
It's nice to have a place we call home, right?
Yeah. When I first got to Jackson, I was so overwhelmed by all the people.
I was overwhelmed by all the food. I remember my first week just gorging myself. Stuffing food in all my pockets for later like it was gonna run out.
I saw that.
You did not?
I did. I remember thinking, who is this string bean girl stealing all the jerky?
Didn't steal that much jerky.
Hey, I think I found the courthouse.
How can you tell?
See that sign up there? On the building that says courthouse?
Oh, wow. Nice work, detective.
Mm-hmm. Mark this place on the map.
Ooh, I could go for some jerky right now, actually. This actually looked like it was explorable, but I guess not. I guess they didn't want to squeeze in there. Or maybe I was
Ellie.
looking in the wrong place.
I think Shimmer's getting sick.
What? How can you tell?
She sounds a little hoarse.
Oh, boy.
Ah, that
Come
was a
on,
good
that was a
one,
good one.
Dina. Sounds a little hoarse. I was hoping the front door was gonna be open. Of course not.
Worth a try.
Let's keep looking.
Of course it'd be locked. At this point, I was worried about ammo. Like, mostly I didn't have too much rifle ammo and mostly handgun ammo. So I couldn't engage in like full-on conflict. If there was a big firefight, I'd probably lose. So I was just thinking like, stay out of trouble, stay stealthy.
Hear that?
I hear it. Infected.
It's coming from the courthouse. This is gonna suck, isn't it?
Here we go.
clickers in this game always give me the creeps because they're so attuned to sound. Sometimes you think just being in front of them might also trigger them, but they're blind. It's just making a lot of sound freaks them out, and then you can't face them like with a melee weapon head on. They'll just bite you. And you automatically die if you get bitten. The trick here is just to keep your distance mostly. And I'll always aim at the runners, because the runners could alert the clickers if they're aware of your presence.
Watch out!
Yeah, at this point I was just worried about keeping my distance. But they were really closing in on me fast.
Move it!
That was a nice headshot. I was really proud of that. That one was really good. Man, I got really good in that part.
Okay,
Came in clutch.
that it?
I don't hear anything.
Let's find that gas.
Yeah.
I was worried about hitting Dina when that
I wonder what
runner
it
was on
like to
top of
serve
her.
on the jury. Bet it was fun. Sit down, look at evidence, try to tell if somebody's lying.
Just give me 5 minutes and my knife. I'd tell you if they were lying or not.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was nice. Come on, Ellie. You know what I mean? That smoke grenade would have came in handy though. I would have been able to slow down the clickers and then just start giving myself some time to run away from the runners.
Hey,
You know, put
little
some
help?
distance between
Coming.
us. But I didn't need it, I guess.
You ever been to a courthouse before?
Nope.
You're telling me you never got in trouble back in Boston?
Oh, I got in trouble. But never landed in a courthouse.
Some serious shit went down here.
Parking garage.
Well, the gas is in there, right?
Oh, that's what the note said.
Well, let's get down there.
Ooh, this part's kind of tricky when you go down there. You'll see. Oh, this is cool. You actually see that they were guarding a lot of the occupants in the courthouse as WLF were taking control of the city. There were some federal agents that were staying behind. But obviously, you know, WLF ended up taking over, but
Brought it on yourself, I guess.
kind of reminded me of like the Soviet flag, the hammer and sickle. I was like, what? How's that in this game?
Oh shit. That's something.
This might come in handy.
What's it say?
This guy was a Fedra commander or something. They were losing to the WLF and trying to escape.
How big is this group if they were able to beat the army?
You don't need a lot if you're that vicious. We need to be careful.
Let's just be smart about it.
Okay, Jesse.
It's a good thing they wrote down that code out there. Otherwise, I think that safe would have stayed locked forever. Yeah, I forgot the code. You ever wonder, when you play these kinds of games, how sometimes they might show a lot of similarities to the real world and what would happen in the real world? I mean, like, there's always a governing body, but without the people's consent and support, it's very easy to tear it down, I guess. It shows in this game, at least. Like Ellie said, you only need a couple people vicious enough to want to do it, and then that would be all it takes. It's pretty scary if you think about it, though. Yeah, one trick in this game is always stay prepared for anything, so keep your health up, and always keep your distance when you're engaging, because the more distance you can put between somebody,
Careful.
the more time you have to think about your next move. If they're on top of you, it's kind of hard to think, and you might make a mistake. That's what I noticed.
Shit! Hey, come on!
It turns out you can't nail any quickers, but you have to stun them first. That's not always easy. shot.
Jesus. I think that's all of them.
Those Fedra guys never even made it out of the garage. Damn. Well, let's find that gas.
I like Ellie's face when she does this.
And
Yeah, look at her.
8.
She's so funny.
We got gasoline.
Yeah.
Changing.
Don't you jinx us.
Oh, that green. Green of champions.
Fuck Vedragate is calling to us.
Now, how do we get out of here?
Oh.
That blood looks like somebody spilled a paint can. Well, it turns out you just have to go through that gate over there. But I was just looking for supplies and stuff.
I'm not climbing back up over here. Dina.
Coming. Come on! Okay, let go.
Good job, babe.
Thanks.
Okay. Gate.
Could be a while before we run into Abby and her friends. It might be worth grabbing some supplies before we press on.
Good point.
Onward, Shimmer.
How you doing back there? Getting homesick?
A little bit. You?
Same. Just having a roof over my head.
You know, I've always dreamed of fixing up a farm just outside of Jackson.
Why wouldn't you stay in town?
I don't know. I like the idea of real space.
Sounds lonely.
Only if you're doing it alone.
Okay. So are we gonna, like, raise sheep and milk cows?
Are you making fun of me?
No. It actually sounds kinda nice.
Really?
Yeah. Really?
Oh, don't forget what she said, like, she always wanted to have a farm outside Jackson. And Ellie's approving of that. Just remember that for in case anything happens later on. Some little note taking that you have to do in this game. I remember at this part, all I wanted to do was explore a little bit. Maybe see if I could find any supplies, like Dina said. I wasn't really rushing or anything. But technically, like, all you have to do now is, like, if you are rushing or speedrunning this, like, you just have to go back to that WLF gate, and then you're good.
Damn. That's pretty good. Jotting this down. What have you got there? Hey.
What is it?
Says there are supplies at some bank.
Might be worth
Yes,
checking out.
jackpot. That's actually a really good find. If you go to that bank, you'll see
Over
like
here.
there's some good stuff there. Very useful. Oh, there's a cool mechanic in the game. You can upgrade your guns. I don't know. I don't remember if it was in the original game, but I don't think it was like this.
Back to the Fedra gate.
Yeah.
That gun's really handy. It's just the ammo is not as prevalent as the 9mm. I mean the other pistol that you use. There's a lot of ammo for that. I'm actually glad that I didn't pick the grounded difficulty because then it's not as fun. It's probably even less ammo than there already is now. And then you only can play it stealthy at that point. It kind of forces you down one play style. Otherwise, you get killed a lot. It's no fun when you die too much. So now I just want to go to that bank. Really want to see what was in the bank in this game. So there's been a lot of action so far. By the courthouse, by the synagogue. Not usually this much action. Not since the supermarket area. Oh, the bank's right there actually, it's not that far away. It's pretty cool. You put everything in a tight space. So it's not too open world. It's like,
Whoa, check out the tank.
it's more open-ended, if you want to say.
I've never seen one of these in action.
Yikes. These guys had a bad day.
What is it?
Burnt skeletons.
Oof. Not how I'd want to go out.
Kind of like those astronauts.
What are you talking about?
One of the early moon missions, there was an electrical fire and the astronauts burned up in their capsule.
Well, at least they died for something worthwhile.
Exactly. These guys were just assholes killed by other assholes.
That reminds me, you know, like anybody in the International Space Station in this universe, they're probably long gone. Like, there's no supplies, there's nowhere to get back. Pretty much stuck up there. That's gotta be a nightmare. Whoa. Only imagine. The isolation would drive you crazy. Oh, look at this.
Somebody was camping here.
Looks recent.
Think it was Tommy?
Maybe.
Yeah, probably Tommy. And this is a good place to camp too. Keeps you out of the elements.
sign. Think we found the bank.
Should we go explore it?
Your call.
Oh, the bank's over there. Sorry.
This is cool. And like a heavy ship that might get crushed kind of way.
Relax. It's probably been like this for years. It's not gonna collapse today. I think.
Not a fan.
You know, it's a good thing that there was actually no survivors that were stowed away in this bank. Otherwise, they probably would have picked up on them talking on the way there into the bank. So you gotta remember, at this point, if they're wearing body armor, you can't go for body shots, so you can't stun them. When they come at you, and there's pretty much no way to slow them down. Unless you shoot them in, like, the feet or something. So mostly you're stuck with a stealth approach. Otherwise, you'll have to be pretty good with headshots. Well, this part's tricky. Gotta stay away from his line of sight. Keep your distance. That was a lucky shot.
Okay. That's all of them. God.
Well, we found the bank. What's with the body armor? They don't look like soldiers.
Yeah. Not sure.
I was mostly looking for ammo because I already used up 4 rounds in this area.
I think these body armor guys were trying to rob the bank.
Oh shit. It's like that movie.
Which one?
The one with the surfer bank robbers.
Oh, yeah. Love that movie.
What movie was that? Was that Italian Job? Sometimes they're actually referencing real movies. Like I think in one part there's a reference to Jurassic Park. They're real movies. Oh, this makes it really worth it though. Inside that bank is some good supplies.
Here we go.
I guess if you're robbing a bank though, in the middle of a zombie outbreak, it doesn't really make too much sense because I mean, money's not worth as much anymore if everybody's kind of doing something else. Not obsessed about money. Now the method of exchange changes. Maybe instead of money to use food, for example. Then food becomes the new currency.
Thanks, dude.
Look at all this money. The bag's full.
Man, if we were back in the old world, whew, we'd be rich. They tried robbing the bank on Outbreak Day.
Probably seemed smart at the time.
Oh, one of these has a little Easter egg because this developer also worked on Uncharted. That is the ring that kind of motivates Nathan Drake to find like details about his ancestors. You would have to have played Uncharted 1 to really get it. But yeah, Uncharted 1, Uncharted 2. That ring is pretty important. I guess that means that Nathan Drake did business in this bank. I don't know if that's canon.
I think we're done with this place.
Agreed.
Dina's pretty good. She got that one infected by herself. At least the AI has like
Hey, if you lived in the old world,
competence.
what would you buy with all that money?
I don't know. Maybe a big farmhouse?
But
There it
you
is
can get a
again.
farmhouse
The
now.
farmhouse.
Okay. What would you get?
A space shuttle.
Oh.
Right. Your astronaut thing.
Hey, it's cooler than a farmhouse.
Farmhouse is way more practical.
That place was crazy. Well, I got a shotgun out of it, so not complaining. Okay, let's get back to the fuck Fedra gate.
I was gonna say that don't forget that Ellie really is a fan of space exploration and everything that comes about it.
Well, that was an adventure.
Haven't found
In case we
anything
see that
yet.
in the future.
Hey, it's a big city. We barely started looking.
Yeah, I know. Just thought we'd see one of them by now.
Alright, now we have that gas from the parking garage that we can use. And then on to
Here we go.
Serena Hotel.
Alright.
We'll do
I got
that
it.
in the next
You put in the
episode.
code.
For now, we did a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Hey, these old generators are pretty finicky, so it might take you a few tries to... Oh,
Sorry, go on.
nothing.
Dina's pretty good. Don't forget the code for the East gate. East number 2 gate.
It worked. Well, no welcoming committee.
Or they're just waiting for us.
Let's look for a way in.
Alright, see you guys in the
Man,
next
those
episode.
windows.